From finding the perfect soulmate,
Lisa's got a boyfriend that she'll never see again.
just to end up marrying the ugliest boy in school.
I had to sell all my marrow to pay the light bill. I didn't have much marrow.
Lisa Simpson's love life is truly a story to tell. Sure, she might be 100% nerd and literally 8, but this gal seems to get more guys than Malibu Stacy gets Kens. So, how many boyfriends has Little Miss Simpson actually had on the show? Well, let's find out. Starting with the chief's son, Ralph. They say opposites attract, so naturally the brain box of the 2nd grade was destined to have at least one fling with this kid, right?
Apple.
Go orange! Go banana!
In I Love Lisa, Ralph cries over not receiving any Valentine's Day cards, so Lisa sends him one out of pity.
Poor Ralph. Here you go, Ralph. You choose me? Happy Valentine.
This of course leads to Ralph developing a crush on Lisa, and as she supposedly likes him back, why wouldn't she want him constantly following her and talking about his disgusting medical issues?
The doctor said I wouldn't have so many nosebleeds if I kept my finger out of there.
Well, here's my house.
Lisa tries to let the little sap down gently, but Chief Wiggum helps Ralph win her back with tickets to something he knows no kid in Springfield can resist.
Oh, a Malibu Stacy convertible. Look in the tunk. You must mean trunk. Tickets to the Krusty Anniversary Show. Oh, he must want me to go with him.
Wiggum even uses his powers to get Ralphie the role of George Washington in the President's Day pageant. I don't even think I need to say who's playing his wife, Martha. At Krusty's show, Lisa is hoping and praying Ralph won't embarrass her in front of all the other kids. But forget the live audience, the kid embarrasses her in front of the entire country.
What's your name, son?
Ralph!
And is this your girlfriend, Ralph?
Yes, I love Lisa Simpson, and when I grow up, I'm going to marry her.
Lisa's face has "I'm dying inside" written all over it. But poor Ralphie, man. I'm surprised he didn't collapse and die after she decided to set the record straight on live TV.
I don't like you. I never liked you. And the only reason I gave you that stupid Valentine is because nobody else would.
Watch this, Lise. You can actually pinpoint the second when his heart rips in half. And now.
Holy frick, did you see the poor little guy's face? And I thought Dr. Nick felt the most crushing pain imaginable. For breaking Ralph Wiggum's heart on national television, Lisa was arrested and sentenced to life in prison without parole. Just kidding. The chief did take out his revenge on Homer, though.
Got a taillight out.
Where?
Right there.
You know, one day honest citizens are gonna stand up to you crooked cops.
They are? Oh, no. Have they set a date?
Lisa feels terrible for brutally rejecting Ralph, so after their performance in the President's play, she gives him a card hoping they can still be friends.
Let's be friends. It says B, and there's a picture of a bee on it.
I thought you'd like it.
Oh, look at that. Attention all units. Riot in progress at... Not tonight.
I'm not sure a card really makes up for humiliating Ralphie on national television. 6 months of Lisa's allowance should have been the bare minimum in my opinion. The trauma his first girlfriend put him through is guaranteed to last a lifetime, so it's honestly no surprise that Ralph gave up on girls and went to bat for the other team instead.
I like men now.
Now that he's come out of the closet, I can't help but feel a certain someone whose name starts with the letter N would beat the absolute frick out of him for simply being gay. Well, at least back in the early seasons anyway. I'm talking about Nelson Muntz. And yes, Lisa actually dated the kid who's been bullying her brother for almost 40 years. Hello, what happened to family loyalty? In Lisa's Date with Destiny, the hood ornament on Chambers' brand new car gets stolen, and while he's at home crying like a baby, a locker search unearths the vile culprit.
Ransom and stolen goods. Well, sir, who's haw-hawing now?
I don't know, but he's got lethal tuna breath.
Who does Nelson think he's impressing anyway, acting so cool all the time? Not me.
All right, Mr. Smartenheimer, that does it.
As punishment for his crime, Nelson is given 1 week of janitorial work and made to return all the stolen items along with an apology to the original owners.
Get bent, ma'am.
Why do you have to be such a pain all the time? Don't you realize you're getting a bad reputation?
Don't you realize your butt sticks out?
It does not. Hey!
So Nelson does all that to her, and how does she respond? She develops a crush on him. Standards, Lisa, where the frick did they go?
Do you find something funny about the word tromboner?
No, sir. I was laughing at something outside. She was looking at Nelson.
Lisa likes Nelson.
She does not.
Milhouse likes Lisa.
He does not.
Jamie likes
Why is Milhouse snuck into the second grade music lesson? Geez, I didn't know he was that desperate to be near his crush. Lisa gets thrown in detention for disrupting the class, but she just can't stop staring at Nelson through the window. Finally realizing she has a crush, she makes Milhouse slip Nelson a love letter from her. That was already cruel, and don't even get me started on this.
Guess who likes you?
Milhouse, I'm so sorry.
He can't hear you now. We had to pack his ears with gauze.
I laughed way longer than I should have at that when I first saw it. Lisa tells Nelson the note actually came from her, and surprised someone would actually like him, he agrees to come over to her house after school.
I invited him over. Nelson's my new friend.
Are you nuts? But you can do better.
Please don't ruin this for me, Bart. I think he's starting to like me.
If Bart thought Lisa being friends with Nelson was bad, I'm sure he ended up in the hospital with Milhouse when they became boyfriend and girlfriend. But hey, at least Lisa is trying to change him into a model student like her.
But I feel like such a tool.
I know it's a change, but it really highlights your sweet and sensitive side.
I mean, some new clothes were well needed. Like, how long has Nelson been wearing that potato sack? Probably since birth. One of the scariest bullies at Springfield Elementary is now looking even geekier than Milhouse, but looking totally ridiculous might just be worth it.
The moon looking down on us as if to say,
Jimbo and the other bullies appear and call Nelson gay for kissing a girl. Lisa stands up for her man, tells the bullies he's changed for the better. However, Nelson gets peer pressured by them and soon returns to his old rebellious ways.
Give me your names so I can tell the police.
Seymour!
I've got it under control. Listen, you crumbums, if you think I'm impressed, I am not. Oh, brandishing your buttocks is only getting me angrier.
I want to see what's going on!
No, Mother!
Police swoop in on Skinner's house, so Nelson runs to Lisa's and seeks refuge, promising he's completely innocent. When Lisa finally realizes Nelson lied to her, she dumps him and gives her biggest admirer, Milhouse, a reason to keep on living.
Could I talk to you, or will that just make Nelson wail on me again?
don't worry. Nelson and I don't like each other anymore.
Really? You got anybody in mind for your next crush?
Well, I'm really not thinking about that now. I suppose it could be almost anybody.
Yes!
Nelson moved away after 4th grade, but the Lovebirds reunited in the episode when Nelson met Lisa just as Lisa was about to graduate college.
What have you been doing since 4th grade?
Very little. I tried sushi. Didn't like it. That's about it.
They end up rekindling their relationship, spending the entire night talking in the bell tower where Nelson lives like a modern-day hunchback of Notre Dame. In Lisa's heart, she wants her ex back more than ever. However, her head knows she'll end up living in that bell tower forever if she stays.
When are we gonna get a real apartment?
We live in the best bell tower in the world.
And sorry, Nelson, but that's just not a risk she's willing to take.
Dad, please drive away at a melancholy pace. Good. And can you make it look like it's raining? Perfect.
5 years later, Lisa crosses paths with Nelson again, although this time it's majorly awkward because she's married to Hubert Wong, a former Springfield Elementary student Nelson used to wedgie all the time.
I haven't seen you since that night at college. Just another one of those evenings where you stay out all night and watch the sunset.
Hubert Wong, visionary tech giant. And yours feels like a busted driveway. Thank you.
So, Hubert, what's up?
I have been waiting for this day since 2nd grade when you used to bully me. Those who laugh last, laugh best.
Hubert's grown up to become a rich tech entrepreneur. Naturally, he's gonna rub that success in Nelson's face, and I admit it is kinda lame to brag about the job you do, but you can't tell me he doesn't deserve permanent bragging rights for this.
At Earthrise, and I saw "Marry Me" written in the sands of the Sahara Desert.
When Lisa leaves the carriage to get a drink, Hubert rips into Nelson for having no dad and a stripper mom. Had he known his bully hadn't matured since elementary, yeah, there's no way he'd have said those things.
He wedgied me. My Person of the Year status didn't protect me at all.
Yeah, he kinda deserved that one, didn't he? Lisa cuts Nelson off because he hasn't changed since he was 10. She bumps into him again 5 years later, this time inside a phone shop owned by Hubert, her now ex-hubby.
Hubert and I are separated too.
Achieved. Time to go to the next level.
We just want coffee.
I should never have left my home.
The pair grab coffee to catch up, however, Hubert teleports in and begs Lisa to take him back. And for a man who proposed on the frackin' moon, you know this apology's gonna be epic.
All the dreams you laid out in this 2nd grade paper. You can run my charitable foundation. You can save the planet.
You kept that this whole time? Oh no, what do I do now? No!
Lisa is still having second thoughts. However, Nelson convinces her to get back together with Hubert. Realizing he stupidly let the love of his life walk away again, Nelson punishes himself the only way a bully knows how.
Whoa, those really hurt.
4 months later, Lisa and Nelson reunite at the wedding of Jimbo and Krusty's daughter, Sophie. Seeing the love they have for each other makes Nelson run out of the church in tears. After seeing her punk husband Hubert browsing a divorce wizard, Lisa chases after him and at long last, she makes the right call.
I've gone in my life, I am drawn back to you like a dork's face to a swirly. You're the one who tells me feelings are dumb.
But they are dumb if you throw away everything for a loser and a clip-on tie.
I'll tell you what I want, mister.
Well, she made the right call for about 5 more years. Nelson and Lisa broke up at some point during this time as the episode Holidays of Future Past reveals that she married Milhouse, although she admits that she still has feelings for Nelson.
Should I have married Nelson? 'Cause we still talk on the phone.
Nelson calls you? The boys think I'm a lousy father.
Oh.
Adult Lisa's love life is getting majorly depressing. Let's go back to when she was little. In Dude, Where's My Ranch, Homer has become a celebrity after writing a Christmas Carol diss track about a certain neighbor of his.
Springfield rocks with Homer's joyous loathing, with angry Valentinos. Just hate Flanders to the disco beat.
F-L-A, don't yell at that. D-E-R is like if you despise polite left-handers,
Then I doubt you'll like Ned Flanders or his creepy little offspring.
I mean, only Flanders would jam to a song talking trash about him and his kids. Homer is too savage sometimes, man. The Simpsons hate all the attention and move to a ranch to escape their newfound fame. Right off the bat, Lisa wants to leave as her new home is built on cruelty to animals and the oppression of indigenous people. However, her morals go straight out the window once she meets a cute guy.
Luke Stetson, Junior Wrangler. You won't want to disappoint that pony over there. She's just aching to show you around.
I'm sure she'd be happier without someone sitting on her back all day.
Well, I'm sorry you're not interested, because I need somebody to help me hang these no hunting and free Tibet signs.
I'm Lisa Simpson, and you're the first person I've met here who cares about our animal equals.
Lisa bonds with Luke over his passion for the environment, and pretty soon the sweethearts are horseback riding together and playing music under the stars. The next day, Lisa discovers there'll be a dance at the ranch, but becomes more jealous than Milhouse after hearing Luke talking to another girl on the phone.
And I'll save you the first dance.
He's got a girlfriend.
Love you too, Claire.
Clara? I feel like such an idiot.
Claire is actually Luke's brother, but Lisa's already jumped to conclusions, and Little Miss Psycho here is willing to do whatever it takes to get rid of her. Thankfully, she doesn't stab Claire with a pitchfork and hide her body or anything. What she does do is still kind of bad, though.
But a quicker way to the ranch is that shortcut.
Thanks, darling. See you at the dance.
I look forward to it. I hate you.
After sending an innocent girl to her doom, Lisa dances with Luke without a care in the world. When she discovers that Claire is actually Luke's sister, she finds Bart and they ride into the woods looking for her. Good news is they found her alive. Bad news is she won't stay that way.
Help me! I can't swim! I'm one lesson short!
Leave it to Bart to become the hero by acting like a little jerk.
Remember me, you buck-toothed nerds?
I'm sorry.
So what happened when Lisa eventually confessed to Luke about almost killing his sister? Well, that went down about as well as a broken beaver dam.
That's despicable. You're the kind of city slicker my family left Central Park West to avoid. You got a lot of chutzpah, Missy. Goodbye.
And all it did was make me do terrible things. I had my first crush and then break my heart.
Believe it or not, Lisa's adult relationships have flopped even harder than the one she had as a kid. Remember her first fiancé, Hugh? Even Ralph was a better match for her than him. In Lisa's wedding, the Simpsons are visiting a Renaissance fair, and after Homer embarrasses her by stuffing his face with meat, Lisa wanders into the woods and stumbles into the tent of a fortune teller.
No, that's good. It means transition. Change.
Sorry, I don't believe in fortune telling. I should go.
What's your hurry? Bart, Maggie, and Marge are at the joust.
You can see into the present.
Now we'll see what the future...
The psychic begins to tell Lisa the story of her first love. The year is 2010, and 23-year-old Lisa is ready for another great day of learning at the prestigious university she's attending. That was until this guy had the audacity to walk in her direction.
Hey, watch it! A soy-based snack will calm me.
Hugh takes the last soy snack from the vending machine, angering Lisa further. After being forced to take the stairs because the rude jerk won't hold the lift, she's glad to get to the library and finally take out that book she's been wanting. But
the last copy was just signed out by Hugh Parkfield.
Phew!
Thanks for holding my book while I tied my shoe.
Oh! That's the book I need. You'll probably take forever with it, too.
I can read faster than you.
I read at a 78th grade level.
Right here.
Hugh agrees to share the book with Lisa, but the two of them are so childish they race to see who can finish it first. Hours of bickering pass, and by the end of the book, the hatred Lisa felt toward Hugh has turned into something else entirely.
First they hate each other, now all of a sudden they love each other. Oh, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Of course not. You're a robot.
After a date at the movies, Lisa and Hugh lay on a bed and talk to each other for hours on end. Realizing they actually have a lot in common, the two lovebirds officially become boyfriend and girlfriend. Their relationship's going so well, Hugh even takes Lisa to England to meet his parents, but the trip was mainly about asking her this very, very important question.
Oh, blast. Go to plan B.
Yes, I will.
The second Lisa gets to a phone, she tells Marge, who immediately tries to stop Homer from ruining the big day before the date's even been set.
Well, these seem to be in order. I'll be up back in the hammock.
But I've obtained a court order to prevent you from planning this wedding.
And what is the old loaf up to these days? Well, he's still in Sector 7G doing absolutely no work, just like the old days. One major change did happen in the plant, though. Smithers is gone, and his replacement as plant supervisor is just hilarious.
Hey there with a personal call, Simpson.
Oh, but Mr. Milhouse, my little girl's getting married.
Oh, my one true love.
Mind you, folks, this is only 15 years into the future. Milhouse is 25 and already looks older than his father did at 40. Lisa and her fiancé arrive in Springfield so Hugh can meet the Simpsons clan. She's worried her family will embarrass her, and that, my friends, is more certain than Homer scarfing down the last donut.
What do you think of that?
Now throw compost on it.
Enjoy.
Oh.
After dinner, Homer takes Hugh to Moe's and gives him some tacky pig cufflinks the Simpson men have been wearing at weddings for generations. On the day of the ceremony, Lisa sees that Hugh isn't wearing the special cufflinks Homer gave him and asks him to wear them. And while he agrees, he insists they never see her embarrassing troglodyte family ever again once they're married. Pretty harsh.
Get back to England and we won't have to deal with them.
Are you saying we won't see my family again? I can't believe I'm hearing this. I don't want to cut my family out of my life.
But Lisa, you're better than this place.
That's a horrible thing to say.
While Lisa has spent her whole life getting humiliated by her buffoon family, she still loves them and calls off the wedding. The scene cuts back to the present day, and the fortune teller tells Lisa she never saw Hugh again, but will find her true love someday. And I know one boy she's practically destined to be with, Lisa and the Millman. Well, I mean, what can I say? It's a tragic love story spanning literal decades. Milhouse has been madly in love with his best friend's sister ever since he first laid eyes on her. In the early to mid-seasons of the show, this was always one-sided, and the second-hand embarrassment was almost too much for us viewers to deal with.
Rusty, speak and say.
S is for Shiksa. S-H-I. I think there's a T in there somewhere. Ah, look it up.
Lisa!
No matter how many times he humiliated himself, Milhouse never stopped trying to win over Lisa, and as the show went on, he stooped to some very shameful means to try and win the girlfriend of his dreams.
Colin's dead, but his last words were, Milhouse, take care of Lisa. Hold her hand. I got her all warmed up for ya.
Despite getting rejected for 17 whole seasons, Millie always remained hopeful that Lisa would start developing mutual feelings for him at some point, and in the last of the Red Hat Mamas, a miracle finally occurred.
Had a wonderful time today. Grazie. Grazie mille.
I'm the luckiest boy in the world!
Italian is such a beautiful language, isn't it? This is the first episode where Lisa and Milhouse officially become an item for the first time ever. However, the relationship makes Millman way too overconfident. And once he starts flirting with other girls right in front of her, Lisa dumps him. A tad too aggressively, mind you.
Run along, Angelica. But not too fast, huh? Lisa, Lisa! She is the appetizer, but you are the main course.
Ho pensato abbiamo avuto qualcosa andando e poi la prendo con questa squadrina.
Lisa, you're speaking perfect Italian.
Grazie. Idioto!
In the season 16 episode, A Little Orphan Milhouse, Lisa rekindles her relationship with her ex when he develops a new bad boy persona after his parents go missing.
I wish I could cry. Tears would cleanse my soul. Beat me up. Maybe then I'll feel something. What's the point?
Bravest thing I've ever seen.
I always wanted you to hold my hand, Lisa. I'm too numb to feel anything. It's like you're wearing oven mitts and I'm in my winter parka.
That's so poetic.
Looks like you're not the coolest kid in school anymore.
When Milhouse's parents came back and he returned to his old self, Lisa lost the attraction she felt to him almost instantly. However, in the season 22 episode Homer Scissorhands, she becomes so jealous of his new girlfriend she kisses him on the lips for the very first time.
Lisa, does this mean you like me?
Yes. No. I don't know. It means that life is full of unexpected things.
Lisa was unsure whether she liked or disliked Milhouse, but I think their long future together speaks for itself. In future drama, Professor Frink shows the 8-year-old her future, and she is absolutely disgusted to find out who she'll be dating at age 16.
Lisa, your date's here.
Hey, Lisa.
Milhouse? Oh, I've been turning him down for the prom since kindergarten.
Yes, you were elected at age 12 when he pulled you out of a house fire, which you later found out he started. You should have seen the look on your face. In fact, here it is.
Now that is desperate. Lisa dumps Milhouse after prom, and I don't know if it's the possible steroid misuse or teenage angst, but he handles rejection even worse than when he was 10.
I broke up with Milhouse.
How'd he take it?
What Lisa's problem? Milhouse mother say Milhouse handsome?
A few years later, Milhouse would propose to Lisa as the episode of Lisa's wedding shows him getting rejected in a flashback.
It's not you, Milhouse. I just don't plan to ever get married.
Which is probably for the best. When future Bart discovers Professor Frank's old future predicting machine is still intact, he uses it to see what Lisa's life will be like married to Milhouse. So basically, she's just going to be poverty-stricken and totally miserable.
I was thinking of taking a poetry class at the community college.
Forget it. I had to sell all my marrow to pay the light bill. I didn't have much marrow.
I can't let that happen.
Bart turned down his Yale scholarship, allowing his sister to go in his place. This was supposed to alter the future and save her from marrying Milhouse. However, their destiny is clearly set in stone anyway. In Holidays: The Future Past, we see every Simpson family Christmas photo over the years, and it's revealed Lisa not only married Milhouse, but they had a kid together too. Oh yeah, and Lisa kinda experimented with women in college. And it turns out that their kid is like 0% Milhouse.
Ugh. How did my daughter turn into my brother?
Don't blame me. When we had her, they used only the best genetic material, which meant none of mine.
You parked the car. That helped.
In Days of Future, Lisa is stuck in an unhappy marriage to Milhouse, and just to avoid talking to him, she volunteers at a homeless shelter for the living dead. Yes, zombies are a thing in the future, apparently.
When we talked last month, I've been doing a lot of charity work for the undead.
Marge, excuse me? I think I need a reboot. Just stick the tip of your pen in that little hole and hold it for 15 minutes.
Milhouse gatecrashes the homeless shelter to protect Lisa from being bitten. However, a zombie accuses him of being a bigoted racist and turns him into one of them as revenge. As there's no cure for zombism, Milhouse was destined to eat brains forever, but the good news is that Lisa found him way more attractive this way.
Milhouse, you were supposed to come see me today for your final anti-zombie injection.
Yes, well,
But I'm supposed to be in surgery now, so I guess we're both playing hooky. But Lisa, if you want Milhouse to return to his old self, then you'd better bring him in for that shot tomorrow.
But Doctor, he's so much more interesting this way.
I see.
At age 43, Lisa's seen living on Mars with just Marge for company, so perhaps she and Milhouse did separate after all, or he died from some kind of zombie-related disease. I don't know.
And move to Venus, you can't stop me.
Either way, Lisa would die alone at 98 from natural causes, and despite literally becoming the first female president of the United States, on her deathbed, she regrets her entire life.
Oh my God, now I realize this has all been a waste of time.
Wasn't expecting this video to get this depressing. I get the whole being married to Milhouse parts, but Lisa seriously regretted becoming president and living in outer space? I can't help but think she'd been happier if she'd married that Irish kid she'd met in the Simpsons movie. He might not have been the son of Bono, but I'm sure Colin still holds a very special place in Lisa's heart. They bonded over their love of the environment in the Simpsons movie, as they were the only two people that gave a flying frick about the pollution in Lake Springfield.
2,000 gallons a year.
And turning off your lights can save
Enough energy to power Pittsburgh.
I'm Colin.
Do you play?
Just piano, guitar, trumpet, drums, and bass. So, is your name as pretty as your face?
Colin would go on to help Lisa get dumping in Lake Springfield banned, although his cute face tended to distract her from the most important of campaigns.
If we don't do something now... I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Isn't he dreamy?
When Homer illegally dumps Spider Pig's poop into Lake Springfield and gets the town chappuccinoed, an angry mob of Springfieldians wants to kill the Simpsons for ruining their lives, even people who are supposed to be on their side.
Grandpa, I'm part of the mob!
Lisa was terrified, but even angrier at her dad for not listening to her. At least Colin has her back, though. Oh, wait.
Here, let me get that for you.
When the Simpsons escape the dome through the sinkhole, Colin believes this is the last time he'll ever see Lisa and writes a romantic song for her from the other side of the dome. She couldn't hear a thing, but it was still the most romantic moment of her young life until...
Never thought my life would have an absolutely perfect moment. But this...
Lisa's got a boyfriend that she'll never see again.
Honestly, quite surprised it took 18 years for Lisa to finally knock Bart's lights out. That kid has been annoying her since 1987. When the Simpsons return to the dome and Homer saves Springfield from being blown up by the government, Lisa and Colin finally reunite, and this scene could have been as romantic as Homer and Marge kissing on the motorbike, if Lisa could control her sweating.
Well, I was gonna say get some ice cream, but okay.
Oh, I like ice cream. Kinda sweaty, sorry.
Lisa hasn't mentioned Colin since, so I'm guessing they eventually broke up. Colin was last seen in Lisa the Drama Queen, where he attended the same art class as Lisa. However, they didn't say a word to each other, and he seems to have dyed his hair brown.
Everyone please stop and admire Juliet's painting.
Let's move on to that time Lisa dated Ed Sheeran. Well, the 11-year-old boy he was voicing. In Ha Ha Land, the Simpsons attend a STEM conference, and while Bart is busy goofing off at the human heart and wandering off predators...
I want to show you something.
Are you a pervert?
No, a chemical engineer. I used to be like you.
Lisa meets a jazz pianist named Brendan, and I really wish they pitched up Ed's voice for this, because there's no way this fricker sounds 11.
Share of crazy flings, but they all end up leaving.
One small step away from destroying all my logic and reason.
Are we going by anime rules here or something? What is this? Despite the douchey fedora, Lisa instantly falls in love with Brendan. As of now, they've been introduced for approximately 30 seconds, and yeah, Lisa's already planning their future together.
Don't want things moving too fast. How old are you?
I'm insouciant at a 12th grade level. Well, I'm 11.
After the conference, Lisa brings Brendan back to her garage, and they play jazz together for hours. The next day, Brendan starts Springfield Elementary, and Lisa gives him a tour of the school. Just when it looked like they were about to kiss, one of her exes decided to pop up.
Brendan, this is Nelson.
Hello, Brenda.
Excuse me?
Whatever we had, it's in the past.
Lisa, are you squishy for this ding-dong?
Lisa, does that fat kid like you?
Nelson becomes jealous of Lisa and Brendan's relationship and gets the other bullies to trip him over in the playground. The plan was for him to run away bawling like a baby, however, this kid handles conflict exactly how a High School Musical character would.
On a playground I trip, now I'm skipping and tripping for you.
He turned his suffering into entertainment. You flipped with a double meaning, bastard.
Impressed by how strong and brave Brendan is, Lisa takes him home and they play music all night long. The next day, they head to the ice cream parlor to cure their jazz hangover, and just when Lisa thought she couldn't become any more attracted to her boyfriend, he's 11 with a frackin' credit card. Nelson storms the restaurant and sings a terrible jazz number, hoping to win Lisa back. It kinda works, even though he's blatantly rude as frick.
Looks are laughable, ha ha! But you're my favorite work of art.
While Nelson's song was deeply offensive, Lisa's loving the jazz war these two boys are fighting over her. At the school talent show, Nelson performs jazz to try and win her heart, but since he's the school bully, the audience's reaction is far from supportive.
Don't be a dingus. I'm the next Charlie Mingus.
While watching from the wings, Lisa starts to imagine what her life will become if she marries Nelson. Let's just say he'll never be joining any kind of A-team. Lisa realizes Brendan is the right man for her. However, Skinner announces he'll be sent away to another school simply for living in West Springfield. And just like a Shakespeare play, this love story comes to a tragic end.
Can't put you through that.
I guess this relationship is over until this town invests in mass transit. I'll never see him again.
So who's the next chapter in the book of Lisa Simpson's love life? Well, that honor goes to Nick, whom she met at an Italian restaurant. In The Daughter Rises, Lisa only has Marge to spend Valentine's Day with.
Lisa, I love spending mother-daughter time with you. Oh no! Thousand Island ladle into the vinaigrette!
While Marge tries to stop heinous crimes from happening at the salad bar, nosy Lisa peeks through a crack in the wall and sees a cute boy reading a book. Bit creepy, but Nick isn't weirded out at all and actually finds it super romantic.
I didn't mean to be nosy.
Don't apologize. It was dark, then a light came through the crack. The light was you. We used to build ideas. Care to continue this discussion at the dessert table?
At the dessert table, Lisa introduces herself to Nick, and the next day they meet up for an official date at a French cafe. Marge becomes super jealous as all she wants is a mother-daughter day with Lisa, but she's more interested in dating Nick, and who could blame her? That kid is putting 100% effort into these dates. Lisa invites Nick over for dinner, and he turns up with a bottle of wine and a whole load of cringe.
Well, Lisa didn't tell me that she had a sister.
I don't know if anyone's ever kissed my hand before.
Jealous of Nick spending too much time with Lisa, Marge forbids her daughter from spending all her time with her boyfriend. Conflicted, the 8-year-old goes to Abe for advice, and he tells her that they must kiss under a special tree to seal their love for eternity. She just needs a ride.
Would you help take me on a foolish romantic mission?
You got it, kiddo.
Of course Abe's free, he's always free. He steals the retirement home's minivan and drives Lisa and Nick to the harbor. The kids hop in a boat ready to set sail to a small island for the kiss. Rowing all that way is gonna be tiring. And judging by how gentlemanly Nick has behaved this whole time, you'd think that they'd be hauling to that mulberry tree single-handedly. That might break a nail though.
This water's a little choppy.
I thought you rowed up the Zambezi without a guide.
While Lisa does all the rowing, Marge chases after her using embarrassing water shoes. The kids make it to the mulberry tree and hold hands ready to have that eternal kiss, but leave it to wimpy Nick to ruin a beautiful romantic moment.
You know, you were a lot more adventurous at the dessert table.
Sure was. I'm allergic to chocolate.
Shut up and kiss me.
Now she's gotten to know the true Nick, Lisa starts having second thoughts about the eternal kiss thing. Marge's ridiculous shoes have got her to the island, but at this point, the kids have already realized their relationship just isn't meant to be.
I'll see ya. Lisa, I'm sorry that God gave me this gift of lying to girls.
Well, that's gonna be an awkward boat ride home. But hey, at least Lisa didn't come all this way for nothing. In the end, she actually did get that eternal kiss.
Don't worry, ladies, I'm a-coming.
Lisa and Nick's relationship may have sunk faster than Homer's boat, but what about that boy she literally dated for a few hours? I mean, can that even be considered a relationship? In Trilogy of Error, we're shown how every one of the Simpsons' days has been going today. Homer lost his thumb, so his went terribly, but what about Lisa? Well, she's only just had breakfast and her stupid dad has already broken her science fair project.
You little fella.
Dad, no!
I thought he was a party robot.
Ugh, this is why I can't have nice things.
Lisa fixes her robot, but now she's missed the bus. This day can't possibly get any worse, right? Wrong. This is The Simpsons after all.
Oh no! Somebody took my bike! Ugh, Mom, I need a ride to school!
We gotta get to the hospital, Homer.
Aww.
Poor Lisa's forced to run all the way to school, otherwise she'll miss the science fair and extra homework. Totally forgetting very simply about stranger danger, Lisa catches a ride with Krusty, and luckily the only bad thing that happens is he drops her off at the wrong school.
I'm at the wrong school! Oh, sorry, I was rushing because I'm in the wrong school. Can you believe that?
It's understandable. All the schools in this area were built from identical plans.
Lisa immediately hits it off with Thelonious and falls totally in love when she discovers they have a massive and frankly very tragic thing in common.
I don't really have any friends.
Just like me. It's 11:15. We've been spinning for hours. I've got to get to my school and hand in linguo.
If Lisa and Thelonious can spin for hours without getting even slightly nauseous, they would have an amazing date at Six Flags, let me tell you. That'll never happen, though, because their relationship doesn't even last a whole school day.
But I don't want to leave you.
You must. You can't sacrifice grades for romance. That's not the girl I fell for.
Will I ever see you again?
Of course you will. At the Magnet High School. Now go.
Honestly, this might be the most realistic relationship Lisa's ever had. Most elementary school romances only last a few hours, right? Or was I just that ugly at 10? Lisa hops in a sports car Marge stole to get to the school, but it runs out of gas. She steals Cletus's chicken truck instead, but has to pull up and save Milhouse and Bart from the mafia using the only weapon she could find.
Bad grammar overload. Error.
What the hell? Linguo. Dead.
In the end, Lisa presents her idiot father as her science fair project. It should be the most low-effort submission Miss Hoover has seen since Bart was in 2nd grade, but her reaction was more than positive, actually.
Project prepares for a long and painful recovery. See, for me, the legs was an experienced mob doctor.
He once pulled a slug out of my arm and inserted it into a stoolie's brain.
That's a first-place science project, Lisa.
Yay! Boy, this sure was one crazy day.
Believe it or not, the episode didn't turn out to be some wild dream Lisa was having, so her very brief but deeply romantic relationship with Thelonious was actually real. Lisa's next boyfriend, though? Well, that was an absolute nightmare for Marge. See, it really doesn't take much for Lisa Simpson to develop a crush on a boy. In Lucas, she falls for a boy after doing the most unromantic thing you can do to somebody, the Heimlich maneuver.
Well, you're very
That's French for hello. Merci beaucoup.
Actually, I think
Lucas Bortner, competitive eater.
A fat kid with a dream? I can't compete with that.
The boy introduces himself as Lucas. He's a competitive eater, and somehow Lisa's genuinely attracted to that.
Aw, he's sweet. What am I doing? He's just Ralph with a dream. The dream of not Ralphing. But I'm sure I could totally change and fix him. Can I join you for lunch?
How many whole pizzas would you like?
Can I just have a slice?
Interesting technique.
After school, Lisa invites Lucas around to hang out. Unfortunately for the poor kid, Patty and Selma were there to fat shame him harder than Homer.
Never saw the pork eat the beans before.
I'm a little surprised Lisa likes him.
Really? Justin Blobber over there doesn't remind you of anyone?
$800 to cut me out of that slide? It's all about the money with those firemen.
Women marry their fathers, Marge. So you just might be meeting your future son-in-law.
You can do better.
The next day, Lisa tries to persuade Lucas to quit competitive eating, but only convinces him to switch to ice cream. Hey, at least you can't choke on that. There's always a slight risk of brain freeze, though.
God, kick me in the head till I pass out! Harder! I'm still conscious! You must kick me harder!
Lisa, how do we go from Ed Sheeran and his credit card to this? Marge is already imagining the horrors their future together holds.
Okay, honey. I made you pork chops just like you like them. Plenty.
Thanks, babe. Sorry you had to drop out of college to feed me full time. Now give us a kiss.
Okay, maybe that's a little overdramatic. Still, Marge is determined to make her daughter forget Lucas, but how can she do that? Well, after doing some research, she forces Homer to take Lisa on a fancy daddy-daughter date, hoping his good manners will inspire her to date a more classy, sophisticated gentleman with a more normal appetite for food. In what universe did Marge actually expect that to work?
I mean for adults.
One.
No, I mean for adult males. Normal amount of entrees per person.
One, sir. I repeat, one.
All right, I'll have the lasagna.
Marge arrives at the restaurant and apologizes to Homer for not wanting their daughter to marry a guy just like him. The next day, Lisa discovers that Lucas has quit competitive eating. That's amazing news for his waistline, not so much for his ears.
Just call me Pound Duke a Dollar. You know how to whistle? Like with your mouth?
What if I just taught you how to whistle?
Well, there you have it, folks. Every boyfriend Lisa Simpson has had on the show. Altogether, she's been with 11 guys throughout her whole life. That's 2 more love flings than her older brother Bart. And he's apparently the cool sibling. So if you guys like this video and want to see more, click the screen right about now. And as always, thank you for watching.